Today on BRStv, we have a quick product spotlight on BRS Reef Saver rock. Dry rock in general has become one of the most popular solutions for reefers trying to save money, create ultra-cool aquascapes, start and stay pest-free, provide high volumes of surface area for filtration, habitat for microfauna, and in this case, protect the natural reefs as well. The first reason people typically look at dry rock is because the price is much lower than standard wet live rock, which can be as high as $10 a pound. To compound that, it's most often more dense and full of water, which makes it even more expensive in the terms of volume, since you have to purchase more weight to fill the same volume. Wet rock also ships overnight, which is crazy expensive, where dry rock qualifies for free shipping. In the end of the day, there's no way you don't save a fortune using dry over wet. The Reef Saver rock also comes in ridiculously cool shapes filled with an enormous amount of holes. The unique shape and edge patterns make this the easiest rock to aquascape that I've personally ever used. The edges seem to interlock together and create one seamless piece that looks like the edge of a reef rather than a bunch of rocks stacked on top of each other. Most of the time you can just stack the rocks together, but with the help of some thick aquascaping superglue like this Paleo Bond, you can create those seamless looks and build a permanent structure that will likely never fall over. In general, it's the experienced reefers who have really made dry rock so popular, and surprisingly, it really has nothing to do with saving money. We're all just tired of dealing with common aquarium pests like Aiptasia, bubble algae, flatworms, red bugs, fireworms, nudibranchs, predatory snails, and all kinds of funky, unwanted algae, and some real nasties like parasitic isopods which can attack your fish. Dry rock has almost zero chance of introducing any of these pests to the tank. If you've been reefing for a while, you almost certainly have encountered a handful of these pests and would probably pretty much do anything not to run into them in a future tank. The super porous structure this rock has also serves a variety of advantages. First, the network of holes provides a tremendous amount of surface area for beneficial bacteria to colonize, as well as a safe harbor for microfauna like copepods and amphipods. It's super common for reefers to add pod piles or refugiums for pods to reproduce away from predators like fish, which allows for a healthy, stable population of pods. Pods serve as a natural food source for fish, and many reefers consider them to be millions of tiny little algae farmers that are constantly scavenging the surface of the rock and consuming the algae before it can ever even become visible. More or less, rock this porous is its own pod refugium of sorts. On top of all that, Reef Saver rock is calcium carbonate-based rock. More or less, it's an ancient reef that's now underground and mined back up, which means it has zero impact on natural coral habitat, and that's something I'm sure many of you find to be a major advantage. The porous structure is actually formed underground in low pH aquifers that slowly eat away at the surface of the rock and make these ridiculously cool shapes. Curing the rock and getting it ready for a reef tank is pretty much the same as wet rock. You put the rock in some heated salt water with good flow for a month. A dark container is best, but the tank works just as well as long as you keep the lights off. To speed up the process and stabilize it, most people add a bacterial booster product like Instant Ocean Biospira or Red Sea's Reef Mature Pro Kit. Growing coralline algae is as simple as adding a source like crushed up rock or shells that has some on it and maintaining appropriate calcium and alkalinity with a particular emphasis on the alkalinity. So share with us and the community your experiences with wet and dry rock in the comments area down below. Your input is a tremendous help to other reefers in the community. If this is your first time with us, hit that subscribe button because we do this every week. See y'all next week with another episode of BRStv.